Okay, so we're going to be making a recipe from your new cookbook.
Yep.
Tell a little bit about how this came about.
Yeah, so the Kitchen Cookbook, beautiful book, comes out March 12th. And it's really, our restaurant is seasonal American food, so we are inspired by farm to table, but really we feel free to use all the flavors in the world, because that's what's great about America. To celebrate the 20th anniversary, I worked with the team. We found 100 recipes that we thought were beautiful for cooking for your community. I wanted to choose recipes that I cook at home, but also other people would love to cook at home. And so it's really it's for the home cook. What's cool about this cookbook is it's got the recipe, of course, but it also has a QR code so that you can actually see the video techniques. So it's the first time someone is trying to blend digital with a cookbook.
By the way, you thought this cookbook was going to take how long to put together? And
I
how
thought
long
it
did it actually
a
take?
few months,
Right.
But no, it's actually going to be almost 2 years. It really is. It's really a heck of a project.
And your mom participated in
She did.
the photo shoot.
Oh, she's great. So, like, I think I have a pretty good smile. Like, my mom was like, "No, you don't." And so I did a cover shot. She's like, "I'm flying out to Boulder, and we're going to get you a proper cover shot." So
and your mom's a supermodel.
She taught me how to smile, and I'm like, "Okay, I got to admit that's pretty good." So this is soft scrambled eggs. We're going to do it with toast, and it's a very simple recipe, but it's really about the technique more than anything else.
And is this your typical breakfast?
This is what I have almost every day.
Okay.
I have it with my kids, and my kids will cook it, or I would cook it. We take turns. So we crack 3 eggs. And then we're going to put a little salt on it, a little pepper.
Why is this your go-to?
First of all, it is coming back to meditation. It's very meditative because you can screw it up so easily if you're not paying attention. And if you pay attention, it's fantastic.
How can you screw it up so easily?
So it's soft scrambled eggs, and typically when you do soft scrambled eggs, you do it very slowly, like over a 10 to 15 minute period. This is done in 90 seconds. If you do it correctly and you're focused for that 90 seconds. The other thing I do is I like to have it with toast. So it's a nice way to time it is start with the eggs, then I slice the toast. So what's happening now is the salt is breaking down the egg whites in there. So that gives me a little break. So I put it in the toaster. And so now we have some eggs that are pretty much broken down by the salt. It takes about a minute.
And what difference does that make?
Oh, well, you get the white in the scrambled egg if you don't let it break down.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put a dab of butter in there.
That's a dab of butter?
Just a dab, just a dab. We're at full heat, and I'm not really gonna touch it for a minute, but I'm gonna wait for it to catch on the sides. And it's a technique for doing an omelet, a French omelet, but I do it for scrambled eggs instead. And you see it's just started to catch, so now I move it around, meditating my way through it.
And how much of a difference does that technique make?
No, it's all technique. It's really all technique. I've done this thousands of times, and I can't even tell you how this is gonna come out. Now we're at a point where you have to decide your level of gooiness.
What do you typically go with?
I like this is pretty good for me, but typically people prefer it a little bit more. But at this point, I've turned the heat down. You can see I'm moving it around.
Right.
And now I have more control of it. So I'm like, okay, feels about right. And then I drop it down, and then I put it here. Just in time, toast to be done.
Really good. I like it with the butter too. You can't go wrong there.
That is a breakfast you never get tired of.
And do you, because you're such a perfectionist, is how it comes out?
In the morning with the kids, we analyze the eggs at the end. Like, what do we think? What could we have done differently?
Oh, come on.
Seriously, every morning, never, nonstop.
And so what's something like
This
in
one, I would say, could have used a bit more salt. I actually like the pepper amount. I think the gooiness is good, a little bit of white in there, so if we'd waited another 30 seconds in the bowl, it would have been better.
All right, so in this cookbook, what are some of the other kind of favorite recipes?
Yeah, so we have so many good ones. I think we have a tomato soup recipe in there that is the best tomato soup recipe on the planet. And again, very simple. And then we have more advanced recipes. We have broccoli with miso sauce, which is a charred broccolini. And that char with the miso gives it like a smoke. It's very fresh. It's vegetarian, but it's a fresh kind of meaty flavor to it. And then one of my favorite dishes, the whole thing is the roast pork. and it is a great, delicious dish.